bet with me. Back to the Future.
Well, I think their opportunity boils down to what Rich Kotite said on our pregame show. He said, look, the country doesn't have a really chance to watch our team play. So today they have an opportunity to show them just exactly what they are.
And they lost Staines. It stings because it's probably the last loss.
Fitzpatrick. Hit from behind. Loses the football. Quigley is standing deep in his own end zone. Shanks it.
Well, when the Jets needed a good punt from Quigley, they got an absolutely horrible punt.
Didn't make enough plays. Definitely is going to sting all offseason and probably will, be hard to get over.
Now it's the same old song, but with a different meaning since you've been gone.
Bullock. No good. The adventure continues for the Jets. There's a jump.
They got Sheldon Richardson in the neutral zone.
Well, Buffalo playing some mind games here with the Jets.
Yeah, my heart hurts so bad right now for all those guys in the locker room.
Fitzpatrick unloads. Intercepted. Shotgun. Fitzpatrick. As he throws a wobbler. Manny Lawson gets under it for the interception.
Now it's the same old song.
Every weekend, most games come down to 2 or 3 points. So you have to be able to push through at the end, and we didn't get the job done.
Fitzpatrick. They'll try the deep ball. Bobbled and knocked away. Fitzpatrick. Picked off. It's over.
I can be better. You learn some things as a coach. I'm harder on myself first before I look at anybody else. I can do a lot of things better.
It's the differences, of which there are none, that make the sameness exceptional.
Same old song, but with a different ooh, it breaks me apart.
And we would have been better off watching the Four Tops in concert than what we saw with the television yesterday. Iron Eagle on CBS, and we credit them with some of the highlights in the production piece. I would think the first thing you're thinking of after, well, at least after it all sunk in, what had happened yesterday, you were probably thinking last night, before bedtime, before hitting the sack, when do pitchers and catchers report? And for those keeping score at home, 44 days from now. Back up the Hestrucks. Tell me you weren't rubbing your eyes looking at the sideline. Tell me you didn't see Rich Kotite standing there. The Hold Me Accountable Award? Well, this goes to Darrelle Revis, nowhere to be found during or after the game. Revis did tweet that there is still plenty of number 24 jerseys available, and chances are anybody wearing a number 24 jersey yesterday looked better in theirs than he did in his. You had to be rubbing your eyes. Was that Brian Hansen punting 21 yards? Was that Don Silvestri missing that 39-yarder? Was that Eric Howard roughing the passer? I'm telling you, you were looking yesterday, you thought it was 2016, no way. You were looking at 1996. Was that Bobby Hamilton? Was that him going onside on that 4th and 3, giving the Bills a first down on that 9-minute drive? 9-minute drive. A 9-minute drive. I thought I was watching Michigan State and Iowa. Lonnie Young was on Sammy Watkins, and make no mistake, Lonnie Young had a better day yesterday than Revis, and Lonnie Young probably was sitting on the couch. Glenn Foley, he didn't have a very good fourth quarter, did he? Why did Reggie Cobb get more touches than Ivory? Anybody got an idea where Ivory was yesterday or why he was only used 6 times? Of course, I guess they had to sit him down after that 58-yard touchdown run. Does anyone know? Please tell me so I can at least be a part of that select group that knows why Chris Ivory was only used 6 times. First carry of the game for the Jets in the first quarter, we saw Ridley. What? Then on the second play for the Jets right away, first possession, we saw Ivory, and then we didn't. And by the way, when was the last time we saw the Jets get off to a slow start? And altogether now, the last time they were on the road, first 4 possessions, 9 total yards. You could talk about the interceptions in the fourth quarter, bad enough. But what is it about the team, especially on the road with the slow starting? 4 possessions, 9 total yards. Chris Ivory, hello, where are you? Your parents, they're interested, your friends, your associates, your entourage, they would like to know where you are. Please get in contact with them. Tell me you didn't see Sheridan May running the football more than Ivory. You were looking at 1996. John Hudson just jumped offside on 4th and 3. The Jets yesterday were caught with 12 men on the field, and they were also caught with 10 men on the field. And you want to know from something? That was a whole lot better than watching the 11 men they had on the field for 60 minutes on Sunday. Interceptions, you got interceptions, I got interceptions. Everybody's got interceptions. Penalties, you got them, I got them, everybody's got them. The punt, the field goal that wasn't, the drops. And was it Tompkins already? And he doesn't make the catch. And no Powell, you knew that from the beginning. And apparently no Ivory. And if the Jets couldn't convert on third down, and what was it? Decker, with the stretching of that ball just by a nose, got the first third down conversion for the Jets after going 0 for 6. With 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the third quarter, that was their first third down conversion. Against New England, all they did was convert on third down. What the Jets couldn't do on third down, the Bills could. And on fourth down, the Bills had drives longer than winter itself. They had a 9-minute drive, an 8-minute drive. What is it? Tyrod Taylor to the legs, Sammy Watkins the hands, Rex with the feet and the fetish. Remember that shovel pass dropped by Enunwa at the beginning of the third quarter? What do you think that shovel was used for when the game ended? Wilkerson broke his leg. The rest of the team broke hearts. Alex Van Dyke just dropped another pass. And here you thought we were watching the 2016 Jets. Yesterday, the calendar said 1996. Tom Coughlin, he thought it was in the best interests of the organization he stepped down. You don't have to wonder if they asked him what might be in his best interests, because you know if Maratish put it up to him, he would be looking at film with Paul Dottino right now after dinner. In other words, Tom is leaving them before they leave him behind. He apparently isn't retiring, so if you have a team that needs a kick right in the tuchus, he's your guy. He's not retiring. He's leaving the Giants. Oh, by the way, what of Reese's shattered pieces the team is in? Donald Trump says he wants to build a wall on the defensive line. If Donald Trump does build a wall on the defensive line, let's hope he puts Jerry Reese on the other side of it. CJ, you're on the Fan.
Steve, what a disaster yesterday was. This was one of the worst regular season defeats in Jets history. I was absolutely disgusted. But the man I was absolutely disgusted with the most was Revis. You know what? This is a big game. You're getting paid $15 million a year. If you can't shut down these big-time receivers like DeAndre Hopkins and like yesterday, you know, with Sammy Watkins, it's time to renegotiate the contract. And if he won't go down on his number McCagnon may actually have to cut him because he's not worth $15 million a year going forward.
That's 17, actually, and that's what he's due. And thanks, CJ, very much for your call. He's due to make 17, and I don't think they're going to cut him. They're going to have to hope that he could use some of his experience. Obviously, he's not the same as he was 5 years ago. He was giving so much room to Sammy Watkins, and they continue to throw to him underneath for enough yardage to move the chains. And that's all they did for most of the game. All right.